Hello everyone, Legalan here, welcome to this brand new YouTube video, and today we're gonna talk about the downfall of Nvidia's stocks. It has lost 598 billion or trillion, I don't know how much money, but it's a lot of money. I think it's billion, 598 billion dollars. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
The market's lost in deep thought over DeepSeek's claims that it built an AI model in just a couple of months for less than $6 million. Not a B, $1 million. It's a tiny fraction of what U.S. companies are spending on artificial intelligence build-out. Most of the pressure is hitting Nvidia, as Kelly points out. But Scale AI CEO Alexander Wang told Squawk Box just last week from Davos that the Chinese startup has more Nvidia chips than it's willing to admit.
My understanding is that DeepSeek has about 50,000 H100s, which they can't talk about, obviously, because it is against the export controls that...
Whoa. Let's not get too carried away. So, of course they have Nvidia chips, of course Nvidia says that, but I think it's amazing, and they didn't say it already, but it's open source, so everyone, you, me, everyone can go to the website, download it, and try it out for themselves. And I think, I don't want to be misquoted on this, but I think you can run it on the local machine without internet, if I'm not mistaken. Let's keep watching.
The United States has put in place. And I think it is true that, I think they have more chips than other people expect, but also on a go-forward basis, they are going to be limited by the chip controls and the export controls that we have in place.
All right, so with that in mind, are the doubts around the AI trade justified, or is today's sell-off just a buying opportunity for some of these names? Joining us for more is Dan Ives, the Global Head of Technology Research at Wedbush. Also here with us for the whole hour is Nancy Tengler, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Laffer Tengler Investments. Thank you both for being here with us right now. Let's talk about, Dan, the epicenter of all of this. And you've been a notable bull on many of these companies, many of the technologies that are at the center of the meltdown today. Does this worry you?
I mean, in my view, it's a top 3 buying opportunity.
That's crazy. Okay. So you guys are gonna see me, okay, on the left hand side. But man. That's a lot of red. That's a whole lot of red. So, as you guys can see, Nvidia is in big trouble because whatever they are selling, it can be made for free. And I was watching a video, and I think what took Nvidia and other Western big companies like hundreds of millions of dollars, it took them only $5 million, something like that. And in proportion, it's only like it's 1/10, 1/20. Like that's insane.
Opportunity that I've seen in the last decade for tech. And the reason I'm saying that, I spend the whole weekend talking to tech executives, CIOs, individuals that I know that are going down the sort of AI arms race or going through use cases. In no way of really 25 companies does this change their sort of plans, and a lot of these could be 7, 8,
Like, guys, can you see this? Like, China and DeepSeek cannot come close to US in AI endgame. Of course, because the US wants to gatekeep all for themselves. No Global 2000 will use DeepSeek to launch AI infrastructure. Obviously, today sell-off a golden buying opportunity for tech. I don't know if it's a golden opportunity to buy tech. because it's a gambling situation. Like you can win a lot, because basically, if you guys don't know, putting money in the stock market, it's basically gambling. Like the fucking, how they're called, the finance bros, they are basically gamblers, but that they have studied the stock market. Basically, it's like counting cards in a poker or blackjack game. And it's too early to say that it's a golden opportunity to buy. I don't know. I think they want to just make their money back, if I'm honest with you guys. So yeah, don't believe everything these big corpo guys says, because they lost part of the humanity. Like all they see is money. They don't care about people. Let's keep watching.
Even upper 8-figure type budgets. I just continue to view this as it's a model, and a lot of the details I think still need to be vetted out in terms of 6 million. Do they actually have the H100s, how they actually built it? But this is something we're going to look back on, and I think the street and the market got this way wrong. In no way does it dent our bull thesis. That's what we've been telling clients really since the weekend. These are the times you own these names.
Dan, not all of the companies at the center of the sell-off today are necessarily affected the same way. Mm-hmm. Chip stocks, Nvidia, Kelly mentioned it, $500 billion in market cap lost. That's more than the size of ExxonMobil. That's roughly the size of United Health Group in terms of an entire company lost in market value. Some are affected more than others. Mega cap technology, not as much so across the board as, say, Nvidia per se. When this is a buying opportunity, how much of a buying opportunity and how specific do you have to be?
Well, first on Nvidia, that continues to be, I think, the golden goose in terms of what Jensen and that company are ultimately. There is one chip in the world. There's one GPU that's fueling AI, and it's Nvidia. And when you think about these build-outs, when we talk about the enterprise, the $2 trillion of AI capex next 3 years, that doesn't change from DeepSeek. We're talking about 1/1000th of ultimately the build-out that you're going to need for a lot of these enterprise use cases. You look at names like Palantir, you look at the hyperscalers. I could argue with inferencing if you actually think cost.
All right, he's saying a whole lot of nothing. But basically, he's shitting himself. Because he has, I think, the main reason why he is there is because he has money in Nvidia. And obviously, he has to say that DeepSeek will not take over, but it will. Now, I don't know in the US how it will, because US and China, big enemies. But they will have to optimize their work here. There in the US, because they will not compete. Like, I don't know, graphics card prices, CPU prices will eventually go down as Chinese brands start picking up on them. So yeah, it's too early to say, but who knows?
Coming down, it's actually bullish for even some of the software players, names like Salesforce, ServiceNow, Oracle, and others. I just think this is when you look at NVIDIA, I think we sit here 6, 9, 12 months from now and look at this as a moment. It was a golden buying opportunity, and in no way changes our bull thesis for where this is all headed.
So guys, yeah, I don't buy it, It's not because... it's because I don't trust corpo people. Like, they would sell their mother for some money. But, guys, if you want to invest in Nvidia stock markets, you are free to do so. I'm not a financial advisor in any way or form. And honestly, I wouldn't, but it's up to you, man. It's up to you. having said that, it's crazy. I mean, having lost $500 billion, like, that's an insane amount of money. That's insane. I don't know how Nvidia will get back from this, and I guess we'll have to see. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.